Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Thursday, April 9th, 2020. One of CNN's top stories today, the top 10 women Joe Biden might choose as his VP. And if you can make out that thumbnail, that's Joe Biden and Kamala Harris hugging, who are one of the biggest soap operas of the Democratic debates. And guess who they ranked number one? Of course, they ranked Kamala Harris number one out of the top 10 on this date, April 9th, 4-9. We've talked about this number plenty before with Kamala. Her name, Kamala Harris, in gematria is 49, like Washington. Again, Washington, D.C., named after the Scottish Rite Freemason George Washington. Scottish is 49, so is America. If you're new here, gematria is the practice of coding numbers into words. It comes from Jewish mysticism Kabbalah, which states God created the world with numbers, letters, and words. Freemasonry is based in Kabbalah. The nation's capital, D.C., is known as the Masonic City, again named after the Scottish Rite Freemason George Washington. If you're looking at the screen and seeing how America's 32 and 49, like Scottish is 32 and 49, the difference is the alphabetic order forwards, the alphabetic order in reverse. Very simple system, just running the alphabetic order forwards and backwards. The United States of America was established on a date with 32 numerology and not by accident. Holiday equals 74, like Independence Day is 74, like Masonic 74, like George Washington 74. And where we are right now with the Democratic candidate being Joe Biden, think about a couple of things. The entire time the process has been going on, who's Donald Trump been talking about more than anyone else? Joe Biden, calling him Sleepy Joe, Low Energy Joe. The whole impeachment show was supposedly over Trump reaching out to Ukraine's president, trying to get dirt on Joe Biden. Don't forget, Ukraine's president is a comedian, and Donald Trump is the apprentice and proud pussy grabber. The point being, all of these things are a sick joke. Joe Biden's senile right now. He slurs his words. He makes no sense. And we're to believe that he won the nomination? Laughable. Now, if you've been following me for the last couple of years, I'd been saying that I suspected Kamala Harris was the most likely frontrunner to get the nomination for the Democratic Party. And that had everything to do with this being the 59th U.S. presidential selection. Well, she's not going to get the nomination, but she very likely will end up as the running mate for Joe Biden. I've been saying all this time, if it wasn't Kamala Harris, it would probably be Elizabeth Warren, which is another possibility. That's Trump's other nemesis, who he calls Pocahontas. But I just want to go back over some things. You might recall the feud between Kamala and Joe on the campaign trail that had to do with busing. Got a lot of attention. It was the biggest narrative of the Democratic selection process. That happened June 27th, and we talked about it then. That was a significant date. It was the day leaving 187 days left in the year. Remember how in 2016, Trump's convention was July 18th, 18/7, like 187. It was a span of 187 days from Inauguration Day, which we pointed out way back when. What's etched on the Scottish Rite headquarters in D.C. is ancient accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, which equals 187. Washington, D.C. is also 187. George Washington's 187. If you want to add to that list, Society of Jesus is 187. That's the Jesuits, who have Georgetown University in D.C., which used to be the Catholic colony, policed by the Jesuits, which is why it's between Virginia and Maryland, like Virgin Mary. From Trump's June 14th birthday to the Pope's December 17th birthday is a span of 187 days. Pope Francis is the first public member of the Society of Jesus that's Pope. Now, with regards to this being the 59th U.S. presidential selection, Freemasonry equals 59. But the reason I thought it would be a black woman all along is because how that number's coded all over black history. Slave, Negro, Rasta, Blues, they all sum to 59. Think about how Black History Month ends on the 59th day of the year in non-leap years, February 28th. Motown Records came out in 59, and the list goes on. Who they have for number 2, Gretchen Whitmer. I guess she was the first person to appear on Joe Biden's new podcast. She's from Michigan, which equals 46, like how the next president will be number 46. Remember, Beau Biden, Joe's son, died at age 46 by the numbers. And I'm just going to focus on Kamala for the time being. It's probably where this is going. It just seems too perfect of a soap opera for them not to do this. Since this was the big feud, now they come together, now they unite to fight Trump. All part of the puppet show. And in case you didn't watch last night's radio show, we covered the significance of Bernie Sanders dropping out yesterday, April 8th, and what that had to do with Joe Biden's campaign and the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. From Biden's birthday to the day that he became the nominee, with Sanders dropping out, was 140 days. Washington's 140. The date can be written 8/4 like 84. United States of America's 84. If you put a the in front of it, the United States of America's 99. April 8th was the 99th day of the year. Don't forget the United States of America was named as such September 9th, 99, in the year 1776. And then we talked about how from the day Joe Biden's campaign began, April 29th, 2019, to April 8th, the day that he became the man, was 350 days or 50 weeks. Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, 350. Washington, 50. America, 50. And then the name of his campaign, No Malarkey. It's all malarkey, but no malarkey. Look at the gematria. Alphabetic order with the rules numerology, reverse alphabetic order with the rules numerology. The exact same in all ciphers. With Freemasons, who again run the show in the Masonic city that is Washington, D.C., where if you learn this code, you can see through their rituals every single day. For the record, 84, Masonry's 84, Jesuits 84, Zionism is 84. United States of America, 84. George Orwell's 1984. None of this an accident. We'll leave it there. Or actually, one last point, True Seeker. The rig selections, November 3rd, 113. As you know, Scottish equals 113. So that's why you see this perfect Scottish Rite ritual with Joe Biden. He'll now be going up against Donald Trump, who's from Scottish ancestry. It's all a big joke. Don't forget, Donald Trump was the winner of the 58th U.S. presidential election. Freemasonry's 58 forwards, 59 in reverse. That's why Trump announced he was running from the 58-story Trump Tower and hired the 58-year-old Steve Ray for Inauguration Day. And it's why Hillary wrote the book, What Happened, about why she lost, because what happened equals 58. It's always a numbers show, Truth Seeker. Till next time.